Good evening, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Let me pull my phone. Good evening, good evening. It's saying I got low connection. Waiting on some viewers here. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hey, Drea. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Just waiting on a couple viewers here before we go ahead and get started. Hey, Rita. How are you? Hey, ladies. Let me know if y'all can hear me okay, because it's saying my connection kind of weak. So let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are you ladies doing today, this evening? Hello, hello, hello. Pray all is well. Pray all is well. How are y'all this evening? Hey, Tiana. Good evening. How are you? I don't know why I'm in bad connection all this time. It's probably this house. Can y'all hear me? Hold on, let me see something. I don't know, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, ladies. How are you? How are you? I pray all is well. Can you hear me, Tiana? Or is it like breaking up? Let me know if y'all can hear me okay. Giving people a little time to join in. Giving people a little bit time to join in. And I want to make sure people can hear me because this phone tripping today. Hello, hello, hello. I need somebody to confirm that they can hear me and I'm not like in and out because you know how the connection be weak it be in and out kind of thing. So can y'all please confirm that you can hear me okay? If that's not too much to ask for. Please confirm that you guys can hear me okay. If y'all can hear me okay, can somebody comment and let me know that y'all can hear me okay? But hi ladies. Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good evening. Pray all is well. Pray all is well. Hey Sasha. Hey Dog. Hey y'all. How are y'all doing this evening? Pray all is well. Pray all is well. I'm waiting on somebody to comment before I get started so I can know that y'all can hear me okay, because my connection going in and out. So I'm not sure if y'all can hear me okay. But let me know, let me know, let me know. Hey ladies. Oh wait, this phone acting crazy today. My connection ain't nothing, y'all. I do want to apologize in advance, but I usually be in my car because of I do have weak connection in my house. I live across the street from a hospital, but it's raining outside, so I didn't want to go out there anymore. I've been back and forth out there, so I didn't want to go out anymore. So I do apologize for this connection. Oh my God, it's steady saying weak. Low network connection. I'm trying to find a spot to get some service. Hold on, y'all. The devil is a lie. He is a lie. Nobody didn't comment, so I don't think that y'all can hear me. I don't know, but I don't think that y'all can hear me. If y'all can hear me, say something. Cause I'm trying to wait till I can, if somebody can hear me. So if y'all can hear me, just say something right quick, so I can know that y'all can hear me. Cause my connection is sucking. Okay, well, it looks like it says I'm available again for the connection. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, y'all. Hi, ladies. How are you guys doing? I pray that all is well. Pray all is having a great evening, a great night, whatever time of the day it is for you, in your city. But for us, it's evening, so I pray everybody is having a great night, evening. Tiana, can you hear me? I really don't be want. I really don't want to start if y'all can't hear me, and nobody in commented, so it's making me feel like that y'all can't hear me. Like I don't know though. It keeps saying I'm connected, then it saying I'm not. I don't know. But okay, so today we're going to talk about today our topic is strength. Today our topic is strength. Um, this really bothering me, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, so yes. So today our topic is strength, y'all. And strength. Let's look at that word strength first off. Let's look at the word strength. Strength is the quality or state of being strong in particular. Again, strength is the quality or state of being strong in particular. Now, a lot of people, feel as if that strength is something that can be passed down, it can be inherited, it can be, well, my mom was strong, so of course I'm strong, or my dad was strong, so of course I'm strong, or, something to that nature, when that's not that's not what strength is. Strength is a skill. Strength is really hey auntie, love you. God bless. But yes, so strength is really a skill, y'all. And we often get wrapped up in, it being slung around here as if, like I said, like it's inherited, or, like it's passed down from generation to generation. That's not what that's not what strength is. And strength is a skill. So it's something that's developed. Like you have to go through some things to develop some strength. You have to, life has to hit you in order for you to be a certain kind of strong. You have to go through certain things to develop that strength. And it's not easy. It's not an easy task. It's not something that you can just do, and be like, I'm strong. I mean, just because you took something in and now you feel like you're strong. Like, no, it's an ongoing learning process, you guys. So strength is an ongoing learning process. It's a discipline. Y'all know how I always talk about discipline, and how, and I mean, in order to have a discipline, and to be disciplined, you have to work at it daily. It's something that you have to work on. It's a muscle that you have to continuously to work at daily. Um, so yeah, I be hearing that word just, slandered around as if that's really what strength is. But that's not what strength is. Like, it's not. You can't get that from your mom. You can't get that from your dad. You can't get it from a auntie or a grandma or some grandparents or things like that. You can't get it from anyone. The only how you can get it is by going through some things and developing that muscle. Like, it's developed. So you have to discipline yourself to develop that strength muscle. And usually life does that for us. But I often hear people say things like good evening, hey y'all. Can y'all hear me? Am I talking, or y'all don't hear me? Cause my connection is kind of weak, so I do apologize in advance. My connection is weak though, so let me know if y'all can't hear me. Okay? But I hear people a lot, when times get hard and life get hard and things of that nature. When stuff get hard, I hear people say a lot like, "Man, I can't do this. Like, I'm finna give up. Like, I don't want to do this anymore." And that is the biggest form of weakness to me. Like, especially if you have children out here in this world, that's the biggest form of weakness, for you to don't put no effort in there and just, let that come out your mouth. Like, I mean, I can see that, if you thinking it like, man, this stuff just too much for me, or this just too hard, or whatever the case. But you physically saying it and you going around letting people know that this is what you want to do, like you're ready to give up in life. Trying to get some connection, trying to get some connection. But if you're going around saying that and you really feel like that you want to give up in life, like if that's how you feel and you have children out here in this world, I just feel like that's the biggest form of weakness. Like, how could you be so selfish and wants to give up when you have kids that you brought in this world? Right? Like, nobody said that life will be easy. Nobody said that. It's not even written anywhere. It's not even written. It's like in the Bible, everything in the Bible is what's happening in our life today. And if you was to look in the Bible, we read all the time what Jesus went through. So do we think that our life was going to be easy and simple and peaches and cream? And what do y'all know what Jesus done for us? Do y'all know how Jesus' life was? So it's like, how could we be so selfish and feel as if that just because he died for our sins and he died for us to live, pretty much, that we will have an easy life? Like, no, that's not how it worked. That was never a part of the plan. Never. So if you're one of those people that's thinking that right now, I just want you to get that out your head, baby girl. Life is not easy at all. It's not. I'm not gonna sugarcoat, not gonna lie. Like, life is not easy. But you gotta keep on. You gotta keep on pushing. That's how you develop that strength muscle. That's how you discipline those strength muscles. That's how it accumulates. That's how it goes. Like, you developing that strength muscle. And a lot of us have the wrong definition of strength too, though. Like, most of us believe strength is when you keep everything to yourself. Like, you keep it all bought up in you, and you feel like that that's strength because you're keeping everything to yourself and you're dealing with it alone. That's not strength. Strength is when you can put it out on the table and tell somebody about what's going on, and you can confess that this is going on and this is hurting you, and you can really move on from that. But if you keep everything up inside because you feel like that, oh, I'm gonna handle it myself, or this is how I deal with things, or whatever the case is, that's not strength. That's not strength. You really making yourself weaker and weaker by the day, because you don't want to come out and say what's inside. Like, it's okay. Stop feeling as if other people not going through what you're going through, or somebody else haven't been where you at right now. Stop feeling like that, because you're not the only one. You're not the only one. So strength is not, strength is not keeping everything up inside, and then you end up dealing with depression and feeling like that you just want to give up. That's not strength, because you're going to lead to depression. You're going to lead to wanting to give up and saying that you want to give up. So that's how you know that that's not strength. Strength is when you come out. Strength is when you admit. Strength is when you putting it, surrendering to God. Like, I need your help, God. I can't do this. I can't do it by myself. I can't fix me. I can't keep all these things inside because I don't know how to fix it. That's strength. And then another thing that people kind of kill me with is people feel like their strength is staying in an abusive relationship. People feel like strength is staying with a man that beat them. People feel like strength is staying with a man that had a baby on them. Those things are not strength. We only have one life to live here. Just one. And you mean to tell me that you would rather stay with a man that's not making you happy, that's beating on you, that's verbal abusing you, that done had babies on you. They done did everything under the sun that they had no right doing, and you just sticking around. Like, well, I ain't gonna never leave him because I done been through thick and thin with him, and I ain't gonna never. That's not strength. That's not strength. Strength is when you can finally get up and leave. Strength is when you can be like, okay, enough is enough. I done put up with too much from you. It's time for me to go. That's strength. That's when you develop that extra layer of skin. That's strength. Strength is not when you sticking around at the dude and blacked your eye. It ain't sticking around at the dude and brought a baby in your life and you didn't ask for it or it wasn't yours. It's not strength for somebody to verbal abuse you, continuously to call you all type of names that your mama ain't named you. That's not strength. You don't stay with a man because of that. I don't care how many years that you hadn't put in with this man. You don't stay with a man because you feel like that you done put in so much time with this man to where you can't leave him. No. That's not strength. Strength is getting up and walking away. Strength is getting up and saying, I know my worth and I know that I'm way more better than this. I don't deserve this. I deserve somebody that's going to really, really love me and care for me. I don't deserve this. I done put up with your stuff for too long. It's time to go. But guess what? Only you know that. Only you know how much you can take. Can't nobody else tell you how much you can take. Can't nobody else tell you to leave that man alone. Can't nobody else tell you nothing. This is your life. But I'm going to tell you today that that's not strength. Because a lot of females feel like that is strength. Oh, I done been through hell and back with him. So, I'll be damned if another female get what I done been working on. What you been working on? Homicide? Suicide? What you been working on? Because y'all ain't getting nowhere. Y'all not getting nowhere. I would rather for another woman to deal with that than me. And I don't wish bad on nobody, but I'm just saying, if he's constantly cheating on you and constantly, bringing you diseases, bringing you babies, bringing you black eyes and things of that nature, where is that cool at? Where? That's not cool. But a lot of females feel like that's cool. A lot of females feel like that. If they let the other woman have them, then they lost. No, baby girl, you didn't lose. You won. You won. You got the strength. You developed that strength. You got the courage to get up and leave, dude. Like, that's not... I be tripping when I be seeing people like I seen the post the other day and was saying something like, some to that nature, like, yeah, I know I'm strong because, I done stuck around after the nigga had a baby on me and this and that. Like, what happened to our generation to what happened to our standards? What happened to the real meaning of things in life? Like, because social media done got our heads all messed up to where we feeling like it's okay to be with this man and he done got another girl pregnant. We feel like that it's okay to be with this man when he done blacked both of our eyes and now we got to go look at our kids like this. We feel like that's okay. This stuff is not okay. Where and when, how did it become okay? That's not okay. And it's not strength. And I don't understand what went wrong and how it went wrong. But a lot of females feel like that's strength. Like they're strong because they're sticking around. And they feel like that this is strong. This is strength. That's not strength. That's weak. You're weak. If you doing that, you are weak. Point blank period. Ain't no way you should let a man treat you like trash, step on you, kick you around, and throw you in the garbage, and then bring you back out. And be like, oh, well, I love him. But I love him. Okay, go love somebody else. Because that's not strength. That's not okay, baby girl. That's not okay. But a lot of females feel like that's okay. I'm here to tell y'all today that that's not strength. And it's not okay. That's a sign of weakness. That is a weakness. Point blank period, that is a weakness. You don't let a man do that to you. You don't let a man walk all over you and then feel like that you have to stay with him because you invested so much time. So what? Invest some more time in somebody else that's going to really love you. You don't. That's not strength. But people really feel as if that's strength. And then another thing, getting into an argument. Everybody gotta have the last word. Everybody gotta have the last word to feel tough, right? To feel strong. To feel like I ain't letting nobody hold me, or I ain't letting nobody punk me, or you know what I'm saying? But sometimes being strong is just being quiet. Let them talk. Let them do what they gonna do. Let them continuously to make themselves look like a fool. Now it's a different story when somebody put their hands on you. Now don't get me wrong. That's a whole different scenario when somebody put their hands on you. But you don't gotta get the last word in an argument. You don't have to get the last text message from somebody texting you back talking crazy. We don't. But we feel like we do because we feel like that's strength. Like that's a sign of being strong. If we got that last word, we feel in control if we get that last word. But sometimes killing somebody with kindness, killing somebody with silence will mess up their whole understanding. Like, dang, well, she ain't even say nothing back. Messed it all up. You won. You won because now you got them thinking. Now you got them upset because they was expecting you to want to get that last word in those last words to continuously to argue. They was expecting that, but when you hit them, boom, with an unexpectancy, like I ain't got time for that. I don't got time for that. I'm not finna sit up here and argue with you. I'm not finna sit up here and Facebook thug with you. I'm not finna sit up here and text back and forth with you. I'm not finna sit up here and go back and forth with you, period. You can talk to yourself, but I ain't finna do it. It's not strength. Strength is just letting them talk. Letting them do what they gonna do. It's okay. Just let them do what they gonna do. They ain't putting their hands on you. So let them talk. People gonna talk all day, all week, all month, all year, for a whole lot of years. Let them talk. So what? Because a lot of people feel like that. If somebody talking crazy on Facebook or if somebody talking crazy, like they just gotta say something back. You don't have to say nothing back. You don't have to. When it's a level of how you react to certain situations. If you're going to engage in the foolishness, what makes you think that you're not foolish? You're engaging up in that activity. Hey y'all. So if you're engaging up in that activity, you don't think that you're foolish? You don't think that you done stooped down to this whole level and now you're on that level? Now you a fool just like them. So now y'all sitting up here and y'all arguing like some kids. Like, I mean, as long as ain't nobody putting their hands on me, I can care less. I'm not gonna argue with nobody no more. I done grew up from that. And y'all won't catch them trying to engage in no foolishness like that. Now, if you think you bad and gonna touch me, that's a whole different scenario. That's a whole different ball game. Cause ain't nobody gonna put their hands on me. But talking, come on now. Anybody can talk. The softest females got the toughest mouths. But we think that it's strength because they can talk. That's not strength. Just leave them where they at. And, you know, it is what it is. Like, but a lot of people feel like that they have to get that last word. Like, they just have to. Like, if I don't get this last word, then she just punked me, or she just... No, you won. You won because you didn't stoop to that level. You let them win up in their head from their argument. But in reality, you won. Because you were the adult. You were the grown-up. You took yourself from that whole equation, and you didn't stoop down to that level. You won. Now you got them thinking, like, dang, she didn't say nothing bad. Like, now they mad because you didn't engage. You won. But a lot of people don't feel like that. A lot of people feel like that they just have to get that last word, those last words. And then this is another thing that people really, really do. They blame others, or they blame society, or they blame our president, or they play the blame game instead of taking full responsibility of their own lives. They play the blame game. And the blame game is blaming everybody but you. You done blame your boss. You done blame your baby daddy. You done blame Donald Trump. You done blame Scott Walker. You done blame everybody but you. Like, hey, Kenya, you can't blame nobody for your life. Like, period. You can't. I don't care how your mama was. I don't care how your daddy was. I don't care where you was raised at. I don't care if you've been bounced around from foster home to foster home. I don't care what your story is. You cannot blame no one for your life. And a lot of people feel like when they do that, they take the responsibility off them and put it on somebody else. So they strong because they did that. You're not strong because you did that. Strong people take full responsibility for their own actions in their own life. You're not strong. You're weak. That's another sign of weakness. You just gave all your faults to somebody else. Exactly, cuz. Exactly. Like, period. People gonna talk regardless. Regardless. But if you just gave somebody all this control, like you just blamed them for everything that's going on up in your life. So you gave them full control over your life. Like, how do you even feel like that's being strong? Like, no. We have to do better, ladies, and we have to teach our kids to do better. Like, we really do, because, like, somewhere, somehow, our generation had got lost. I don't know what's being taught these days. I don't know, but somewhere, somehow, some stuff got twisted up and mixed up. And I just want us to get back how we were. So, like, and that's another reason why I made this group. And I be doing these lives, because our society is just, like, our generation, our mind frame is crazy. It's crazy. And I just really don't understand. I mean, I guess it's not for me to understand, but I just really don't understand. But I want to help as many as people that I can, because somewhere, somehow, we done got lost. We done got real lost. How do you blame other people for your life? How do you blame other people for what's going on today in your life? And then feel like you strong because of that. And feel like that this is what you supposed to do. Because I was in a foster home, or because my parents weren't in my life, or you know what I'm saying, or I've been beat, or this and that, as a kid. So what? That should be your reason to go hard now. It should definitely be your reason. That should not be an excuse. You should not be playing the blame game. Period. That should be your excuse to go hard. That should be your excuse. That should be your reason to go hard. You shouldn't have no excuse. Let me rephrase that. That should be your reason to go hard. Period. But y'all rather play the blame game. Or we rather play the blame game. We are responsible for our own actions, y'all. And that's period. Our own actions, our own life, our own anything that we going through right now, we are responsible for that. We cannot blame nobody else. Nobody else. Most women feel strong when they keep their kids away from their daddy because he hurt them. He hurt the mama, so now the mama want to keep the kids away from the daddy. When really that's just hurting the kids. That's not hurting him. Well, it probably will hurt him, but that's not. You're hurting your kids. You're hurting your kids when you do that. Because he moved on, got a new family, got a new, woman or whatever the case is, and you still mad because you still want him. Now, you won't let your kid go and be with him because they can't be with him if you not around. They can't be with him if y'all not together. They can't see, they can't see you if you not messing with me, or if we not sleeping together, or something like that. Like, that is pure foolishness. That's foolishness. That's for real young and dumb girls. But I see all these 30 and up girls doing it. Like, where did we go wrong at? How do y'all feel like that's okay? And I'm not saying that y'all, and that's on my lie. I'm just speaking in general. But how do we feel like that's okay for us to keep our kids away from their daddy? Like, I know it's been a couple times to where I done felt real angry, and I done said that before. Like, he just out of my kid's life. Or something to that nature. But in reality, if that nigga was to call, if that nigga was like, I'm finna come see my kid, or whatever the case, come on now. I was, okay, when, where, how long? Like, period. Y'all cannot do that. And then, a lot of people think that that's strength, though. And then it's crazy because the people that do that always screaming this deadbeat stuff. Like, my baby daddy a deadbeat, or my baby daddy this, or he take care of these kids and don't take care of these kids, and he a deadbeat and this and that. But really, you the one that won't allow him in his kid's life. You're the one that's a deadbeat. You're the one that's creating all these problems. I bet you won't let your kid know that, though. But you hurting these kids. We hurt our kids when we do that, y'all. We hurt our kids. We cannot do that. You have to take your feelings out of it. If that man moved on with his life, let that man move on with his life. It is what it is. It didn't work. Y'all got kids. Okay. Let that man be a part of his kid's life. Don't make these kids suffer because of your feelings, because you hurt and you want to still be with dude. Like, no, that's not okay. Ain't nothing about it okay. Ain't nothing. Oh, nah, you ain't finna have my kids around. You know, such and such, and this and that. Well, who you have them around? Because I'm pretty sure that you date and you got niggas and stuff too. So it's like, come on now, just be real with yourself. Don't do that to them kids. And I'm telling y'all from experience, don't do that to them kids. That will mess some kids up. For real. For real, for real. So don't do that to those kids. And that's and nowhere in there says strength. Says you're being strong because of that. No, weak is written all over that. You weak. You mad. You a hater. Like, no. Your feelings is all in the midst. Take your feelings out. Just take your feelings out. And being strong is not always having control over something. Because us as women, we very controlling. Like we are very controlling, and we feel as if that if we don't have control, then we feel weak. Like we feel real at our lowest point if we don't have control, because well, especially the single women, especially the ones that's not used to having a man, especially the ones that's used to raising their kids by themselves. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Especially us, because we done got so used to being that dominant one. We done got so used to being mommy and daddy. We done got so used to being the head of household. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes while that's going on, we build that muscle to be that dominant one. And then we carry that up in our everyday life. We carry it up with our friends. We carry it with our siblings, and you know everything. Like we carry it on to where that's not okay all the time, because a lot of people ain't gonna accept that, and a lot of people ain't gonna take that. And but we feel like that it's okay, and if we're not doing it, then we feel weak. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like we just feel weak. Like if we ain't, I mean, you know, like if we ain't getting it together, or we ain't coming up with it, or something, like we just feel at our lowest. But ladies, sometimes it's good to just sit back and just, you know, let God work and let Him unfold certain things, instead of us always trying to be in the midst, always trying to do something. Like, because and I can speak for myself with that, because I'm like that. Like I'm the oldest sister, and I mean, you know, I've always been like that since I was a youngin'. You know, overprotective of my sisters and everything. And then once I had kids, it just even got more so, because you know I'm a single mom and I raise my kids by myself, and I mean, you know, and stuff like that. So it's like, even then, you know, it just got more so. So when I do try to deal with men or deal with friendships and stuff like that, I be feeling like I need to be in control. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And that got me in a lot of trouble in my past days. So now I realize, and I'm learning that, you know, Santana, you don't have to be in control of everything. You can't control everything. It's not for you to control everything. It's just not. You have to leave God in control, because this is God's work and this is God's job, not Santana's. So I constantly remind myself of that, and I'm breaking out of it though, and thank God for that. But yes, I'm definitely breaking out of that, and I'm just, you know, living and learning just like anybody else. But anytime I learn something, I try to come and tell y'all about it, because I know that I'm not the only one to struggle with these things, and I know that I'm not the only woman that's like me. And I know that I'm not the only woman that's trying to get help in life and trying to, you know, prosper and do things. So I honestly always try to share, you know, my growth and my and what I'm working on up in my life with y'all, because I don't want y'all to feel like that I got it all together, or I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause Santana don't got it all together. I'm learning daily. I'm only 32 years old. I have a lot to learn, but I've learned a lot, and I'm thankful for that. But yeah, so that's why I try to come and share all my experiences and my growth and my things that I'm working on with y'all. Because as I'm working on it, y'all can be working on it too. We can grow together. And if we grow together, we make our society a much better place. And that's pretty much my goal. So, yeah, I mean, strength is not having multiple kids just to say that you had kids. That's not strength. Strength is being able to raise those kids. Anybody can have a baby. Anybody can have a baby. Strength is when you have to stay up in the middle of the night because your kid is sick. Strength is when you have to keep a smile on your face because you're so hurt on the inside to where you don't know how to go forward, but you know that you have these kids to go forward. Like these kids need you to go forward. Strength is when you can you broke as a mud and you don't know how you're going to do anything. Buy school clothes, throw birthday parties, do anything. You're broke, but you always make a way out of no way with the help of God. That's the type of strength. Strength is when you stand and you helping your kids with their homework, when you're sitting down having talks with your kids about real life stuff, when you sitting down and you know what I'm saying, you explaining to them, being transparent with them, just, actually physically raising a kid. Because anybody can have a baby. That don't make you a mama because you had a baby. Yeah, yeah, your kids probably call you mama, but that don't make you a mama because you had a baby. Like, no, you have to physically raise that child. Strength is when you got to hold back your tears. When you got to hold back your tears because you don't want to see your kids. You don't want your kids to see you cry. Strength is when you gotta be strong for your kids to move on. That's strength in having kids. Now anybody can go ahead and have 4, 5, 6 babies and feel like don't nobody know my story because I done had all these kids or woo 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 woo. No, anybody can have all those kids and those kids can raise themselves or the streets can raise your kids. Actually raising your kids, that's strength. Actually instilling your values in your kids, that's having strength. Strength is when you can being strong. Being strong is when you can finally take that mask off that you've been living under for all these years. All this person that you cracked up to be. This person where you've been lying to yourself. You've been having this mask on, lying to yourself and lying to everybody around you. Pretending to be somebody that you're not. Strength is when you can finally take that mask off and say, this is who I really am. This is who I really am. I'm tired of lying to myself. I'm tired of covering up. I'm tired of living up to this name. I'm tired of acting like that I'm a saint. I'm tired of acting like I don't have no problems. I'm tired of acting like I'm just this beautiful soul, and I don't have no problems or being strong is when you finally take that mask off. When you got the ability and the strength to take that mask off, do y'all know how many people live under a mask and been living there for years and probably all of their life? And that's not even them. Strength is when you can take that off and say, I don't care what nobody thinks. This is me. You either love me or hate me, but this me. Point blank, period. Do you know how hard that is to do for some people because they've been living up to a name that the streets gave them? They've been living up to, this face that the streets gave them. They've been living up to this 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 name that they mama gave them, or this fame that they mom had instilled in them, and wanted them to live up to. Do y'all know how many people that it's really killing out here because you're trying to live up to something that you're really not? And you're trying to be somebody that you're really not? Being strong is taking that mask off, putting it in the garbage. Putting it in the garbage like, I can't take no more. I don't want to take no more. I'm cool. I'm finna come out and be who I am, who God made me to be. It is what it is. That's being strong. That's being strong. A lot of people can't do that because they feel like that they don't even know how to be themselves. They don't need, like, they done got so wrapped up and so used to being this other person, or this other, living up to this other fame or whatever. Like, they don't even know who they are themselves. That's how bad it done got these days. They don't even know who they are, and they living up to this name that they just living up to this street fame that they just don't have no idea when enough is gonna be enough. Like, when are you gonna really come out and show your face? When are you really gonna be like, I deserve happiness, I deserve to be, I deserve to be free, and I will never be set free if I continuously to live up to this name, or if I continuously to live up to this slick mouth that everybody know that I got. If I continuously to live up to this to selling weight, or fighting, or whatever that you've been living up to and what people know you as, and that's not even you anymore, and because you done try to change, or try to leave it alone, or you probably done been faking all your life. Being strong is taking off that mask. Being strong is putting that mask down and throwing it in the garbage, in a dumpster that you can never get to no more. That's being strong. That's strength. It's not hiding behind this mask and being fake. That's not being strong at all. Being strong is getting up and taking that mask off and putting that mask down. Being strong is when you love God. When you love God before all. When you love God before all, and then you love yourself enough to don't accept some of the bull stuff that we be accepting. Because a lot of people can scream that they love themselves, or this and that, but your actions show that you don't love yourself. Just like I stated in the beginning, how could you love yourself when you stand with a man that beats on you, a man that done had a baby on you, a man that disrespected you so much that he went to go sleep with another girl without a condom? That's not. A man that verbal abuse you, call you all type of names in the book, but you're supposed to love yourself though. That's not strength. That's not love. You're supposed to love yourself before you can love anyone else. Anyone. You love God first. Then He give you the ability to love yourself. You love yourself, and then you can go try to love somebody else. But a lot of people are wrapped up in this fake love that they think that they got for themselves, and y'all we really don't be loving ourselves. Because if you love yourself, it's a lot of stuff that you just won't put up with. You just won't. Being strong is when you finally let those toxic friends go. When you finally let those toxic friends go that you feel like that you can't live without. But these friends is the reason why you got that mask on. The friends is the reason that you got that mask on, but you feel like that you can't live without them. Being strong is finally being able to live without these toxic friends. That's real strength. We need to be role model for our kids, y'all. We need to be role models for our kids. What are we showing our kids? What are we showing them? To be weak? Only the strong survive. Only the strong survive, and that's period. Being strong is following what God tells you to do and doing it. That's being strong. We gotta be role models for our kids, though, because we have to teach them strength. And if we don't teach them how to be strong, then what? Then what? It's just a whole week old family. And only the strong survive. Only the strong survive. And that's period. That's period. So, ladies, I just kind of wanted to break down a little of what I feel that strength is because, um, as I stated earlier, somewhere, somehow, we done lost the definition of a lot of things in this generation. And I believe that social media has programmed us to believe that something is okay and it really isn't. Like social media really is programming our minds these days, and so I just feel like that I needed to break that down as far as strength because a lot of people do feel like that they're strong and they this and they that, but in reality you really be weak. In reality we really be weak. So um, we have to realize and um, be careful when when we um, when we talking about certain things or when when we think we know some certain things because a lot of this stuff we're learning from social media. Like this is the new teacher, and it's crazy because this stuff is just fake. Like a lot of this stuff on social media is not real. The stuff is fake. Like on some real stuff. So, um, as we as we go on and really look at how social media has changed our society and our way of thinking in our life. Like I just want us to somewhere somehow go back to how things used to be because um, it's not okay and for it to become our new teacher and we really believe in these things as if that's just the way it is and it's not. Like this strength thing was on my mind and it was really on my mind because I see a lot of people I see a lot of people these days on social media and they feel as if that they really got the strength or they really they really doing what they're supposed to be doing only because social media has practiced them to be like that. And that's not true. That's not true. So, I had real bad connection, ladies. I'm not sure if I was cutting out or what, but that was a lot. I hope that y'all can see this video and, really go back and reflect on this and possibly take some stuff in and really realize that you know, a lot of this stuff that we feel like that strength isn't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And I stayed on that nigga part for a while because that's the one I see a lot. Like people staying around and you know being with niggas that is dogging them out, and they feel because they have invested so many years that they're strong because they're still there. That's not true, and it's not strength. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Um, and I will catch you next week. I was a lot distracted from this phone. Y'all probably can tell this week because it was going in and out. But hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna go back and rewatch it myself. But thank you guys for tuning in. I love you all, and God loves you more. Have a positive, blessed rest of your day. God bless.